Hello everyone, welcome to my channel once again. This is Ambesh, your computer science and IT lecturer. So students, in the last class we have discussed about different data types that we are using generally with different columns of the table. And today in this lecture we will discuss about some data definition language commands, how to use the different data definition language commands, and after describing theoretically also I will show you practically how it runs. That means I will share the screen how it works. So before using any commands, that means the first command we have to use it, the command for creating a database. So first you have to write create database. First you have to write create database to create a database. And after writing create database, you have to write the name of the database. Okay, so in this case your school, this is the name of the database. In your example you can see the school is the name of your database, and before the database name you have to write the create database command. This one is the syntax. Okay, and below that syntax you can see one example is given here. Clear? So after creating database, that means your database has been created. If you want to work in that database, then you have to write use command. Okay, you have to use command, use command. So syntax is also given here. You can see this is the syntax how to use commands. Okay, you have to write use, then database name. One example is given here also below the syntax. The school is the database name that you have created, and before the database name you have to write use. So next, if you want to view the current database in which you are working at any time, then you have to write the command select, then after giving one space database along with opening and closing parentheses. Okay, this one is the syntax how to write. Okay, so after pressing enter key, that means after writing this command, whenever you press the enter key you can see the database name. Okay, and how it looks like I will show you practically. So after writing any commands, you have to end that commands with a semicolon. Okay, so now you can write create table command. Okay, so the steps to be followed is, first you have to create a database, because you can create table after creating database. Okay, you can create table after creating the database, because database contains tables, and the number of tables you can create it is based on your requirement. A single database contains more than one tables. So after creating database only you can create table, and the steps you have to follow it. First you have to create a database, then you have to give use command along with the database name. In the next step you have to write command for creating a table. Okay, so the syntax to create a table is given here. First is create table, next table name. After giving a space you have to write table name, then first give the opening parenthesis, and then different column name you have to mention along with their data type, and in between each column name along with the data type you have to give a comma. Okay, so this is the syntax. This is the first column name and it is its data type, then you have to give a comma here. Okay, next second column name and its data type, then another comma, and in this way you have to write all the column names along with their data type. And after writing all the column names you have to enclose the parenthesis, that means closing parenthesis you have to given there. Then you have to finish it with a semicolon. So one example is given here, same thing. The same example I will show you practically so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, whatever example is given here, the same example I will explain you the same example practically. Okay, so here the table name is learner. That means after writing create table command you have to give the table name. In this case learner is the table name. After writing learner you have to start with parenthesis, next the first column along with its data type. So the data type for roll number is taken as integer. Next another column has been taken, that is name, and its data type is variable character, and the size for name is 25 here. In this case you can take any size between 1 to 255. Okay, always mark that you have to end the command with a semicolon. Okay, so now I will show you practically how you have to run the command. Okay, so this is the home screen of MySQL software. The version is 5.6. So whenever you open the MySQL software, it will ask you to enter its password. Okay, now I am entering the password. Okay, so after entering the password you will get the MySQL prompt on your computer screen, where you have to enter your command. Okay, So the first command that we have to enter is to create the database. Okay, so the command to create the database is create database. Okay, you have to write create database along with the database name. Okay, so the database name I will give here is school. I am following the example whatever given in your NCRT copy. Okay, that means the PDF whatever you are following for class 11th, that soft copy I am following, and I am taking the same example so that it will be easy for understand. Okay, so the command here is create database school. Next you have to give the semicolon. After writing it you have to press enter key. Okay, so one database has been created now. So to use the database you write the command use and then the database name, and in our case database name is school. Okay, and again you have to end it with semicolon. Okay, so you will get this type of output after giving the use command, that means database changed. Next, suppose you want to see the current database. This is not necessary. This is not necessary to give this command. Okay, only I am typing this command only for the purpose of your understanding. You may use it right now or not. This is not necessary. Now also directly you can create table with the help of create table command. Okay, so to view the current database you have to write select database and then one opening and closing parenthesis, and finally your semicolon symbol. Okay, so you can see here in tabular format you can see the database name is school. And one important thing is that your MySQL command lines are not case sensitive. Okay, now I will show you how to create a table, and again I am telling you the same example I am following. Okay, so to create a table within this database what we have created right now, that means under the database school. Otherwise if you have created any other database then again you have to write the command use and then the database name. Okay, since we are using the database school which we have created right now, directly we can write the command to create a table. Okay, so the command is create table. Okay, next you have to give the table name, that is learner in this case. You can give any name, that is based on your own choice. Okay, but the database name or any name, your database name, your table name, your name, all those things should contain only, that means the name should be consist of alphabets digits and underscore. Except these things, any other symbols are not allowed. Okay. So after writing create table and table name, you have to give one opening parenthesis. Then the column name here is roll number, okay, and then you have to give one space. Data type I am taking here is integer. Then before writing any other column name, you have to give one comma here. Okay. Next, name is the another column name, and then data type of name you have to mention here. Okay. So its data type is varchar. You can take character also. Okay. And along with varchar you have to mention its size, and the size you can take in between 1 to 255. Okay, that is your own choice. So here I have finished writing the command. Okay, now I am pressing the enter key. Okay, so one table has been created. In this way you can use the command create database, use school, select database, and the command to create table, that is create table command. Okay, in the next lecture we will discuss about some constraints that can be applied in a table. Okay, so thank you.